You're watching Nocturne Press, where shadows breathe, stories bleed, and the supernatural is more than myth. This is an original work by R.W. Buxton, author of Capital Thirst and other dark fantasy fiction, available now on Kindle Unlimited. New chapters arrive weekly. Let the night begin. Episode 6, Two Different Nights. The bar pulsed with synthetic life. Music too loud, lights too bright, bodies packed too close together. Erin stepped through it like smoke, cool, silent, incorporeal. She moved toward the back table without hesitation, all black silk and pale skin, an arrow aimed and loosed. Two women sat where the shadows clung, one with hair like neon, the other inked and gaunt, her gaze sharp and hollow. They didn't notice her at first. A mistake. Erin stopped at their table, expression unreadable. Only the faintest lift of her chin betrayed her disdain. They were predators, but not her kind. Not refined, not in control. There was desperation in their bones, the kind that rotted you from the inside. She didn't introduce herself. She didn't sit. She watched them and waited. When the tall one finally looked up, her voice was curt, a demand wrapped in civility. Erin gave nothing in return. She didn't like being summoned, and she liked even less where this was going. Still, she followed, through the crowd, past the half-lit hallway, into the darkened back of the bar. They opened a door, a storage room, empty but for a flickering light and a few dented boxes. Erin hesitated, just a fraction, before stepping inside. They shut the door behind her. Now it was 3. And silence. Then Garvela's name. Of course, his fingerprints were always blood-stained. The short one moved first. A blur, a snarl, the crack of bone against brick as Erin hit the wall. Teeth sank into her neck, deep, precise, vicious. She gasped, her body locking in shock. The pain was sharp, the fear sharper. Laughter echoed behind her, distant, mocking. She fought back. Knee, groin, head, bone. The woman flew across the room, a rag doll against cinder block. The tall one lunged, but Erin was faster. A fist to the jaw, an arm twisted hard behind her back. The sick sound of breaking. Erin dropped her, then knelt over her. She grabbed a handful of dark hair, yanked the woman's head back, and bit. Her fangs tore into the neck like razors. Blood spilled hot and fast. It coated her tongue, her throat, her chest. It was fire, sweet and heady, a drug. She drank deep, too deep. It exhilarated, it intoxicated, it nearly overwhelmed her. But she stopped, just shy of death. She let the body drop, pale, gasping, ruined. Blood slicked her mouth and chin. She wiped it with the back of her hand, detached, clinical. Then a kick to the ribs. "Tell him," she hissed. "If he wants something, he comes himself." Another kick, more a punctuation than a warning. She needed to leave, but she couldn't walk through the club like this, bloodied, torn, wild-eyed. There was only one place to go, Vernon's office. Vernon looked up from a stack of papers and froze. "God, Erin!" She collapsed into the chair, her voice thin and cracking. It didn't go well. Her blouse was soaked, her neck split open, her skin ghostly even for her. He tried to help, mouth to wound, instinct to instinct, but it wasn't enough. He vanished, then returned with hot water, gauze, white towels already stained pink. "You're staying here," he said. No room for argument. Erin didn't argue. The light buzzed. Her thoughts flickered. She whispered something about the storeroom, about cleanup, about the fat one. Her voice broke apart mid-sentence, vanished like vapor. Vernon pressed her hand to her own neck, told her to hold it there, to stay awake. But she was already fading. "More like 5:30, he murmured. "You've been in and out for hours." She didn't answer, only closed her eyes and let him carry her into the dark. Elsewhere, far from blood and concrete, Jerry sat in a cold kitchen, staring into steam rising from his mug. Tina's voice called from behind a screen, teasing, relentless. He tried to dodge her questions, tried to shift the topic, but she wouldn't let go. Yes, he had called Erin. No, she hadn't answered. Yes, he left a message. And no, it wasn't a good one. Tina offered advice wrapped in sarcasm, the way only someone close enough to care can get away with. He absorbed it, in silence, like a man bracing against the wind. Then, finally, something real. The IP trace. Russia. A dead end. It landed with weight, heavier than it sounded. That night, Jerry didn't talk much. Not to Tina, not to Esterella, not even to himself. He watched TV like it might blink first. 3 days. No reply, no word. Still, he wasn't ready to give up. Not yet. Not on her. This has been an original story from Nocturne Press, written by R.W. Buxton. Subscribe for more literary darkness, vampire hunger, and stories that bite.